Hey everyone.
Is it lighting up?
It is lighting up. It is.
This is for older people. This is medical marijuana that deals with the aches and pains of an 87-year-old body.
And is that treating your aches and pains well?
I recommend it.
She recommends it. I'm Amy Jo Goddard. I am here with my godmother, Betty Dodson, who I love very much.
We've been hanging out together a long time, girlfriend.
A long time.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah.
I came to New York. I was a young graduate student. I was working on my thesis, and my thesis topic was masturbation. I had found Betty's book. I had gone to this shop in San Francisco on a trip to San Francisco, and the shop was called Good Vibrations. And I was looking at the books, and there was Sex for One. And I said, oh my God, I have to buy this book. I read it like millions of other people. It changed my life.
It's actually a best-selling book. They've sold several million copies.
Not many people can say that, Betty.
I know, but nobody knows about the book because nobody says, have you read this latest, greatest book? It's about masturbation.
We know. People in the know.
I know.
If you have not read Sex for One, you absolutely need to buy a copy and read it. I'm going to tell you about her other book in a second. But I read that book, and and it changed my life, like it changed so many people's lives.
Changed my life.
Exactly. So I was working on my thesis, and I said, I've got to call the godmother herself. I've got to give her a call. Surely she will support this project. And so I had been to a Quad-S conference, the Society for the Scientific Study of Sexuality. And they gave you this little booklet at the time of all the members and all of their information. Right there in the book was Betty Dodson, her address, her phone number.
I'm available.
She's very available. So I said, well,
hello.
I'm going to give her a call.
My name is Amy Jo. I'm a sex educator.
You answered the phone. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I was this young graduate student. I said, am I this
like I have an answering, like I have a secretary?
To me, you were larger than life. Surely there would be, 15 people I'd have to get through to get to you. But she answered her own phone.
Yes.
And you were delightful. You were so excited that I was doing this project. You were so supportive. You said, of course. Oh, I'm so happy you're doing this. Anything I can do to support.
Come on. I have to bring the new blood in.
You knew that.
Yeah, keep the info. Oh, I'm a picture. How's my hair doing?
Your hair's great. Look at this hair. I love this silver hair. I told her as soon as my hair's that silver, I'll stop. I'll stop with the blonde.
You see the shaved in the back?
I like it. She's got the little shave in the back.
When I heard the clippers going, and I said, gee, keep going. Don't stop. Just go on up and over. I remember the time where I had a shaved head. Utter freedom.
Yeah, me too.
Total freedom.
Yeah.
And I get to do it again one more time.
You going to do it again?
Yeah. I don't know. I'll pick the moment. I haven't thought about it yet. Maybe I kept thinking, well, when I go to jail, but it's never going to happen. I've been wanting to get busted.
I've never known anyone who wants to get arrested more than this woman. They haven't arrested her yet. I mean, I don't know what it's going to take for you to get arrested.
Buy that kind of publicity, darling.
I know, it's true. You need to mastermind this a little better.
I have.
Are you sure an 87-year-old woman needs to be in jail? It's not a very fun place.
I've broken every rule, every law.
You have.
I have. Consistent. I broke them all.
I mean, she just broke one on we're not in the state of California, so.
See the little red thing on the end?
I told her vape was the word of 2014. She's practicing.
And I said vap. No, I said vape.
No, you said vape.
Vape. This is vapor coming out of this with the marijuana oil. And this is, I get this through my Schuligan, who is a person who prescribes medicine, like a medicine man, a Schuligan. Mm-hmm. And this is medical marijuana for old people who have aches and pains. And instead of taking some kind of big pharma crap, This is the black pen is for the body aches and pains.
Yeah.
Just a couple of, and it's sort of like goes.
Ooh. They know that in California, where I'm from, where I hail from.
Okay, darling, it's happening here in New York. It's very, very much on its way here. But what's interesting is that I grew up in Kansas, which was a dry state, and so they delivered the booze to our front door.
The moonshine.
And I have been smoking marijuana throughout the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, etc. in New York, and the same thing. They deliver it to my door. Now, the war on drugs is obviously the most failed political debacle I could even possibly talk about, but don't get me started.
Do you think it's worse than the war on sex? This is really the question.
Honey, we don't even know there's a war on sex.
You and I do.
Well, that's because we're educators.
Uh-huh.
And it's working. They have de-sexed America. Thank you, religion, organized religion. Thank you very much, organized religion, for destroying everybody's happiness.
But it didn't stop you.
Or you.
It didn't. It's true.
Some of us happen to move through it. Oh, those were the days. But you know,
Look at this. Look at this glamour shot. Look at her. She's 21 years old in this shot.
And I have
She just gave me this. This is an amazing book. If you have not read it, you have got to read her memoir. You've lived an amazing life.
Thank you. I'm very.
I love the subtitle because this is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
From monogamous wife to sexual explorer to feminist revolutionary.
Woo woo!
She was a monogamous wife in the 50s. I mean, can you picture it?
Oh, yes.
And then she realized that was not working for her.
I wasn't getting laid.
She wasn't getting the sex she needed.
I married a man who was attractive, sweet person, made a lot of money, and he was a premature ejaculator.
Well, you got this apartment out of it. He gave you that, right?
Yes, and thank you, Fred. I will always honor him because he said to me right in the beginning, I want to be your patron.
And he was.
And he was.
How many years have you been in this apartment?
52. I love this space. I love it. It's perfect. Once I was here, I have never, in the last 52 years, I have never had the desire, except briefly, considering San Francisco, to get away from Grant. The other one. This apartment has served me, and it's mine.
It is.
And my feeling is that I actually own the whole building.
She pretty much does. Let me just paint the picture for you. It's a doorman building on Madison Avenue in a very convenient part of town.
Midtown.
It's not quite Midtown. It's Gramercy, right?
No,
Gramercy.
Midtown.
Is this Midtown?
No, Gramercy goes further down.
You're right. That's further over.
I'm a few blocks from 34th Street.
True.
The Empire State Building is right.
We don't want to tell them too much. Don't you leave your door open?
You're welcome. I mean, anybody who wants to come and masturbate with me, I will charge you.
I mean, you should have to pay to have such an honor.
I am a professional.
Absolutely. She's a professional. You're a professional masturbator, actually.
Fucking A, girl.
Yeah.
That's what my degree is in.
It is.
Female masturbation.
Tell them what you want to do with your PhD, because I think this is fantastic. So we were talking today about, Betty has some strong feelings about academia. We were talking a little bit about academia. She was given an honorary PhD in what year?
Oh, God, I don't.
In the 90s.
In the 90s somewhere.
Yeah, in the 90s. So tell them what you want to do with your PhD.
Well, at the time I had mixed feelings. And my friend Patty Britton really said, Betty, take this opportunity. Get a degree, because once you get a degree, it'll shift your whole professional image. People will honor it. And I'm going, yeah, but that's the part I don't like. A doctor is somebody special. My mother knew more than any doctor I ever talked to off the top of my head. And so, these kinds of, the old wives' tales, better than Big Pharma, kids. Better than Big Pharma. So anyway, I get the PhD and everybody is, oh, yes, and then we started the website and it's Dr. Betty. Well, I mean, I can say Dr. Betty if I want to. Yep. And then I think, lately, I don't like it. I'm seriously considering dropping the doctor and the PhD and just being Betty Dodson, because I really don't. I don't want people to think that people that have letters after their names or a doctor in front of it know any more than anybody else. They're just dumber and shit like all the rest of us. So don't buy into that hierarchical crap. Now, I haven't done it yet, and I really can't do it without discussing it with Carla, because she is my equal business partner.
You should discuss it with Carlin.
And
I really see you making art and ritual out of this event and sharing it with the world.
And telling them how I feel about academia, and yet I don't want to trash my academic friends, because they're doing the best they can within this limited structure. It is a limited structure.
It is.
And then once they follow the rules and do all the little tests, it's sort of like the stupid thing they're doing to our education today with all the testing. Tests suck balls. Don't test that way. That is not a test. A test is to see how a person deals with their day-to-day life, how we feed ourselves, how we clean ourselves, how we pleasure ourselves, and how we keep our environment orderly and clean. That's something that is interesting, not the rest of this crap. So when I realized that all of this percentage, everybody wants to know, what percentage of people, blah, blah, what percentage do, blah, blah, blah. And I go, percentage. Half of the people, the other half, a third. What does that mean? I. How about an I sentence? I masturbate as often as I can, because generating my sex energy is healing. Keeps me interested in life. It keeps me energized. It keeps me happy.
What were you telling me earlier about having orgasms and when Grant stopped to do that?
He was actually where I am now. 85 was going through my 85th year. The 85th year was a piece of cake, 85. And now at the end of this month, I'm 86. And I'm going, wait a minute, 86. That's what they say in the restaurant when they're out of something. BLT 86. Mm-hmm. Means they don't have the bacon or the BL.
That's true. You're 86. That's why you're already saying you're 87.
I think
she's on to 87 already.
I'm just going to pass right on by 86, and I am actually 87.
Okay. You're officially in your late 80s.
Well, I am entering.
That's sexy.
I'm entering my 87th year, and when I get to 87, I will say I'm 88, because I'm entering my 88th year. And the point that I'm making is, I want credit now. I don't want to have to live the whole goddamn year before I get credit. I want it right now, 87.
You've always wanted your credit where credit is due.
Well, come on.
Because you often felt like you didn't get that.
I was never acknowledged as an artist. I could never make a living as an artist. I was a grand, great, talented, goddamn good artist.
She's an amazing artist. She just gave me this, look, here's her art here, made into
the
jewelry.
Vulva. Yeah.
The vulva.
Vulva heart.
Vulva heart.
Women are so stupid. We're so stupid we don't even know what to call our sex organ.
Do you think it's that we're stupid?
Uneducated, uninformed?
We're uneducated, we're ignorant. That's different, right?
Stupid is that you don't have brain power. Ignorant is you lack education.
Right.
Okay, so
we're ignorant.
They're ignorant, and that's our job, AJ.
Right.
We're educator.
Right.
Educators.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
So you're 87.
What
is your aspiration for the next however many years? What do you want to do now?
Oh,
you've done so much.
Oh, I'm just getting started.
It's here. It goes from the 1950s when she was married in a monogamous relationship, living in this apartment on Madison Avenue. She put up this art show in the 70s. She got rid of the husband. She became a feminist. She started teaching her body sex groups. And now this woman has taught more women how to have orgasms than anyone else on the planet. And I know with confidence that I can say that. There is no one else who can claim that. That's a huge contribution to the world. See? Cue music here. Cue Rocky theme here.
The what?
Cue the Rocky theme here.
What is it?
You know Rocky, the movie?
Yeah, I forgot. What is it? No, I forgot that. Oh, I got to see that movie again. Is it on Netflix?
Sure.
Oh, Rocky, I love you. Oh, Tim.
You are the Rocky of the sex ed world, Betty. You
Well,
are.
I'm just getting started.
I know. I love that. I say that, and I'm only 44. You're nearly twice my age.
It all starts with a fantasy. You
What's
have a fantasy about something you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I learned how to do this art. You look at a blank canvas,
Mm-hmm.
and so you look at a blank canvas and you say, what do I want to paint? Well, this is something you have to make up. You have to have a fantasy of what you want to create.
Mm-hmm.
If we would all live from that place, we'd have a very happy world. Because fantasy, it allows you to, oh, we don't have any light. I just realized something.
Okay. See, always the artist. Gotta fix it, make it perfect.
So
That's
now,
better.
All right, so here's the lesson.
What's the lesson?
The lesson is you can always make adjustments to get a better image. So I couldn't understand why we weren't getting enough light, and it was because the monitor was in the way.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a nice, easy, soft light. And now watch me adjust it. Look at your face now and tell me if it gets better. A little better?
Sure, right there.
So what I just did is I softened it a bit.
There we go.
Oh, that's not enough.
Not enough?
Gotta get more.
Always the artist, always at work.
No, what this is about is paying attention to detail.
Mm-hmm.
Because goddess is in the detail. That's a detail. Take a moment, look at it. How could I make this better?
Mm-hmm.
Lo and behold,
Mm-hmm.
it's better. Now, these glasses are okay because I got non-glare. Yeah, I have to keep them on because I can't see otherwise. I just see blobs. Two cute little blobs.
Mm-hmm.
Where were we?
I don't even know. We've been drinking champagne all afternoon is what we've been doing.
Where is it?
I don't know. We ran out. We'll get more. We gotta get you some more. You got a little bit over here.
Well,
There.
we'll get it afterwards. And yes, and actually I shifted over to water.
Water.
The best
because
drink.
hydration
Mm-hmm.
is key.
I have the best water on the planet.
What makes your water so special?
It's never seen the inside of a plastic anything. It comes from the springs, it's transported in glass, it arrives in a glass, and it goes from glass to glass.
There you go.
No plastic. I know.
What are the rest of your secrets? How do you grow to be 87 years old and this vibrant and this much of a revolutionary?
Loving what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's basically what art it teaches us. In other words, it seems like such a frivolous thing to sit around and draw something or paint something or make something up when there's so many things that we could deal with that need dealing with. And so for years I went into my studio and I'd look at a blank canvas and I'd go, what am I going to do today? And then I'd have to figure out something, or I'd make a few things on it. So I'd create a problem, and now I spend the next 6 months to a year solving the problem. Art is such a luxury. It is such a luxury. And it's so self-indulgent. It's so self-focused. Mm-hmm. It's what do I want? What do I like?
So is that any different from sex? Because that's what I hear people say about sex, that sex is a luxury. And that the pursuit of pleasure feels extraneous. There's so many more important things to be doing.
Well, aren't you a little smart-ass?
I'm just saying, that's what people say to me. So what would you say to that?
I'd say it's art.
Well, so then it is in line with what you just said.
Yes.
It's a luxury.
And if we don't have luxury and we don't have art and we don't have pleasure, we have what we have now, which is violence, anger, starvation, destruction. Those fuckers in Washington, none of those motherfuckers have had an orgasm in the last 50 years. It's totally non-orgasmic Washington, D.C. and the government. They're sick. These are sick, violent, ignorant, seriously damaged people. And they can no longer continue to tell us what to do and how to do it. So I'm Occupy Wall Street. Whenever you kids are ready, I'm right here. I got a lot of people on the website that follow me.
What do you think you're going to do to get arrested?
Well, if it hasn't happened now, I can let go. It's like it's too late.
She's been talking about it for years.
I know.
I want them to come and arrest me.
So the truth is that I'm too big to fail.
Are you? You're like Chase.
Yeah. Like those goddamn greedy banks. Too big to jail. Too big to fail. Too big to jail. Oh, do you want to riot?
We need bumper stickers. Someone make us a t-shirt. Betty, I adore you. I love that you've been in my life so long.
Oh, this is one of my kids.
I am one of your kids. You're my godmother. You're my chosen mother.
My godchild.
Yeah.
She's my buddy. Godchild. God, I'm not crazy about God either. But
Wow.
I would consider.
You're my goddess mother.
There you go. I'll be your goddess mother.
You're my fairy godmother. How about that?
Fairy goddess.
Fairy goddess mother.
Is there such a thing?
There is now. You're looking at it. Thank you for the book. Thank you for being in my life.
I love this woman. I love her. I love her.
I love you.
Watch her. She's going places.
Definitely thanks to this one as well. She's been a big part of it. Thanks for watching. Bye.